The world thought it had seen everything Red Skelton had to offer. The beloved comedian, whose grin and pratfalls brought laughter into millions of living rooms, had left behind a legacy sealed in television history. Yet for decades, there existed a secret, a final TV special that was never aired, a piece of Skelton's genius hidden from the public eye. Until now. In the golden age of television, Red Skelton was a household name. His show, running for over 20 years, captured the hearts of audiences across America. From slapstick sketches to heartfelt monologues, he had perfected the delicate balance of comedy and humanity. He didn't just make people laugh, he reminded them of the warmth and absurdity of everyday life. The mystery of the lost special begins in 1977, a turbulent time for network television. The landscape was shifting, with new programs pushing boundaries, experimenting with content, and aiming to capture younger demographics. Skelton, however, remained rooted in a brand of humor that was timeless, but sometimes considered old-fashioned by executives chasing ratings. Red's early career was forged in the crucible of radio. In the 1930s and 40s, his voice became instantly recognizable, a comforting presence during tumultuous times. He perfected characters like Clem Cadiddlehopper and Freddie the Freeloader, each embodying a particular slice of Americana, each etched with humor that was both simple and profound. By the time television emerged as the dominant medium, Skelton was ready. He transitioned seamlessly, bringing his radio sketches to life visually, and his timing, already impeccable, became even more pronounced on screen. Audiences marveled at his ability to turn a mere facial expression into a narrative of joy or melancholy. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, Red's TV specials became a staple. Sunday evenings were reserved for laughter, and Skelton's show was a ritual for millions. Advertisers competed for spots, knowing that his audience was loyal and expansive. His mix of slapstick, storytelling, and gentle satire was unmatched. Yet behind the laughter, there were tensions. Television executives, ever conscious of ratings, occasionally clashed with Skelton's creative vision. He resisted certain trends, especially content that he felt was vulgar or overly sensationalized. This steadfast adherence to his style, though admirable, sometimes put him at odds with the industry's evolving priorities. Red's personal life was as rich as his professional one. He married Georgia Davis in 1945, and their partnership endured through decades of fame and challenges. Family was central to Skelton's life, and he often credited their support for his resilience in the competitive world of entertainment. But fame also brought private struggles. Red was deeply invested in his craft, sometimes obsessing over sketches or routines for hours. Perfectionism was both a gift and a curse, driving him to brilliance while occasionally isolating him from the world outside the studio. By the mid-1970s, networks were increasingly uncertain about the future of long-running variety shows. Viewer demographics were shifting, and executives wanted edgier, flashier programs. Skelton, whose humor was rooted in timeless simplicity, was seen by some as a relic of a bygone era. It was during this period that the final TV special was conceived. Titled simply Red Skelton: A Last Laugh, it was meant to be a farewell, a culmination of decades of work, laughter, and storytelling. The plan was to capture not only his classic sketches, but also intimate reflections on life and comedy itself. Filming took place over several weeks, in a studio meticulously designed to evoke nostalgia. Props from decades of performances were brought out: tramp costumes, oversized shoes, and even the old piano from his musical sketches. Each element was carefully curated to honor his legacy. Cast and crew recall the energy on set as electric. Though Red was aware that this might be his last major televised appearance, he approached every scene with his trademark enthusiasm and meticulous attention to detail. He rehearsed tirelessly, ensuring that each joke landed with perfect timing. Red was never just a performer, one crew member recalled. He was a storyteller. Every gesture, every pause, every glance had purpose. He didn't just act, he communicated. Yet despite the vibrant production behind the scenes, there were murmurs of concern. Network executives hesitated over the special's content. Some sketches were deemed too sentimental, others too old-fashioned. Debates raged over whether audiences would embrace the nostalgic tone or dismiss it as outdated. Another complicating factor was timing. The network wanted to schedule the special during sweeps, hoping to maximize ratings. Skelton, however, insisted that the airing should honor the spirit of the work, not the whims of commercial strategy. The clash of priorities ultimately led to the shelving of the special, a decision that shocked many who had worked on it. For decades, the footage remained in vaults, a tantalizing secret hidden from public view. Scholars and fans speculated endlessly. Some believed it was lost, destroyed even, while others whispered about a hidden gem that might one day see the light of day. Over the years, anecdotes surfaced from those who had glimpsed snippets. One former producer described seeing a rough cut and being blown away by the emotional depth, noting that it showcased a side of Skelton the public rarely saw. Another crew member claimed it was the most personal and heartfelt work he ever did. The speculation only grew after Skelton's passing in 1997. Tributes celebrated his career, yet the story of the lost special lingered like a ghost in television history. Fans wondered if the final chapter of his televised genius would ever be revealed. Then, in 2022, the discovery occurred. A box labeled Skelton Final Special, Unfinished, was unearthed during an archive restoration project at the network. Engineers and archivists approached the material with reverence, recognizing that it contained decades-old footage of historical significance. Restoration was painstaking. The original tapes had deteriorated, the colors fading, the audio muffled. Specialists worked frame by frame, carefully cleaning and enhancing the footage without altering the original performances. The goal was to present it exactly as Skelton had intended. Once restored, the special revealed a side of Red Skelton that even his most devoted fans had never fully appreciated. Interwoven between classic sketches were personal monologues, reflections on his career, and candid insights into the art of comedy. It was as if he were speaking directly to each viewer, bridging decades in an intimate conversation. Critics who previewed the special described it as transcendent and poignant, praising its ability to blend humor with humanity. The sketches themselves retained their timeless charm, the bumbling Freddy, the hapless Clem, and musical interludes that showcased Skelton's versatility. Social media buzzed with excitement upon the announcement of the official airing. Hashtags like Red Skelton Final and Lost Special trended, and fans from multiple generations expressed awe at seeing the long-lost footage. For many, it was like reconnecting with an old friend who had been gone too long. The special also sparked renewed interest in the history of television. Media scholars highlighted it as an example of how programming decisions could erase significant cultural artifacts, emphasizing the importance of preservation and archival diligence. Red Skelton's philosophy of comedy shines through in every frame. He believed that humor should be kind, empathetic, and universal. In the special, his sketches often juxtaposed laughter with moments of quiet reflection, reminding audiences that comedy could illuminate the human condition as much as entertain. As the premiere approached, networks arranged a primetime slot, and interviews with surviving cast members, family, and historians aired alongside the promotion. The anticipation was palpable, as millions awaited a glimpse of a legend's final televised act. When it finally aired, viewers were treated to a masterclass in performance. The audience laughed, cried, and marveled at Skelton's timing, gestures, and warmth. Critics called it a historical television event, noting that it not only preserved the past, but reinvigorated appreciation for classic comedy. The special also offered lessons for modern performers. Skelton's meticulous preparation, attention to human emotion, and commitment to his craft serve as a guide for comedians, actors, and creators navigating the rapidly changing entertainment landscape. In many ways, the airing was more than a nostalgic trip. It was a cultural rediscovery. Audiences saw how timeless storytelling, grounded in empathy and humor, could transcend decades. Skelton's work, though rooted in mid-20th century sensibilities, resonated profoundly in a contemporary context. The sketches themselves were varied and brilliant. One scene, featuring Freddy the Freeloader navigating a chaotic city street, combined slapstick and silent commentary, illustrating Skelton's genius at conveying narrative without words. Another, a musical interlude, showcased his piano skills alongside comedic timing, blending art forms seamlessly. Throughout, the special maintained a gentle rhythm, alternating humor with heartfelt reflection. Skelton's monologues, candid and sincere, revealed his understanding of life's absurdities and joys, It was clear that he never aimed solely to make people laugh. He aimed to connect. Fans who had grown up watching Skelton saw a mirror of their own memories, recalling family evenings, shared laughter, and the comfort of a familiar television presence. Younger viewers discovered an icon whose work transcended generational divides, a testament to the enduring power of thoughtful comedy. The rediscovery of the special has prompted renewed interest in Skelton's broader body of work. Reruns of classic shows, interviews, and retrospectives have introduced his artistry to audiences who had never experienced it firsthand. Moreover, scholars are now studying the special for its technical and creative achievements. Set design, camera work, and timing are being analyzed to understand how Skelton crafted humor in a medium that was still evolving. The restoration also highlights the fragility of media preservation. Without careful archiving, countless works may be lost forever, depriving future generations of cultural treasures. The story of Skelton's special serves as a cautionary tale and an inspiration for preservation efforts worldwide. Red Skelton's legacy is inseparable from his humanity. He approached comedy not merely as performance but as a reflection of life's intricacies. The special underscores this, capturing laughter alongside subtle commentary on society, relationships, and the human spirit. In examining the special, one sees that Skelton's humor was never mean-spirited. Even when poking fun at the absurdities of daily life, he maintained a sense of compassion, an understanding that laughter should uplift, not degrade. Interviews with family members reveal that Red was deeply invested in ensuring that his work remained true to this ethos. He resisted pressures to compromise his style, even if it meant losing network favor. The Lost Special is a testament to that integrity. Critics have noted that the pacing and structure of the special differ from contemporary television. There are no rapid cuts, no aggressive gimmicks, just careful construction, allowing sketches to breathe and emotion to resonate. It's a reminder that patience and subtlety can be powerful storytelling tools. Some sketches reveal social commentary that is surprisingly modern. Skelton addressed themes like kindness, community, and the challenges of aging with humor that remains relevant today. The balance of levity and insight is part of what makes the special enduring. Audience reactions during the premiere were emotional. Many described tears alongside laughter, a rare combination in television. Letters, social media posts, and interviews highlighted how profoundly the work touched viewers across generations. The rediscovered special also underscores the importance of context in understanding entertainment history. Skelton was operating within a specific cultural framework, yet his themes are universal, emphasizing humor's capacity to bridge time and experience. For comedians today, the special is instructional. Skelton's attention to timing, character development, and audience engagement offers lessons in the art of connection, demonstrating that genuine comedy arises from observation and empathy rather than shock or provocation. The airing of the special has led to renewed sales of Skelton's recorded works, biographies, and documentaries. It has revitalized interest in a career that had, for some, faded into nostalgia, reminding the world that classic artistry remains vital and inspiring. Red Skelton's enduring appeal lies in his ability to combine simplicity with depth. The special's sketches illustrate this duality perfectly. Characters who seem archetypal yet are imbued with distinct personalities, humor that entertains yet invites reflection. Historians note that lost specials like this provide invaluable insight into the evolution of television. They reveal not just performance styles but the decisions, compromises, and tensions that shaped what audiences ultimately saw. The airing has also spurred conversations about how many other works remain hidden in archives, potentially lost to time. Skelton's special serves as a clarion call to preserve and honor the full breadth of artistic creation. Red's approach to comedy, as seen in the special, emphasizes heart over spectacle. He believed that laughter should serve humanity, not merely entertain, a philosophy that resonates deeply in an era dominated by fleeting digital content. The final sketch, a poignant piece featuring Skelton reflecting on his career, brought many viewers to tears. It wasn't just humor, it was farewell, gratitude, and wisdom distilled into moments of silent reflection and gentle humor. Following the airing, television networks and streaming services reported record engagement. Viewers watched repeatedly, analyzing each sketch, each monologue, appreciating the craft and heart behind every moment. In essence, the Lost special has recontextualized Red Skelton's place in television history. He is not merely a figure of nostalgia, but an enduring model of creativity, empathy, and comedic excellence. The story of its rediscovery adds layers of intrigue. It reminds audiences that sometimes treasures lie hidden, waiting for the right time, the right circumstances, to emerge and remind the world of their brilliance. Ultimately, the special is more than a performance. It is a testament. It testifies to a lifetime of dedication, the meticulous craft of a comedian who understood the human soul, and the enduring power of laughter to connect, heal, and inspire. Red Skelton's final TV special, once lost to time, is now a bridge between eras, a reminder of the timeless nature of authentic comedy. Audiences laughed, cried, and marveled at his genius, ensuring that his legacy is not only preserved but celebrated. The special concludes with a simple, heartfelt monologue. Skelton thanks his viewers, past and present, for sharing in his journey. It is a moment of intimacy, of connection across decades, capturing the essence of why audiences loved him. For generations who never experienced him live, the special is an education. It shows the rhythm of classic comedy, the subtlety of physical humor, and the emotional intelligence behind every joke. And for those who grew up with Skelton, it is a poignant reminder of an old friend's laughter, the warmth of family evenings, and the comfort of shared joy. It bridges nostalgia and discovery, memory and revelation. As historians, critics, and fans continue to discuss and analyze the special, its impact only deepens. It is not merely a lost artifact, it is a living testament to the enduring relevance of heartfelt comedy. In the end, the story of Red Skelton's final special is about more than television. It is about art, dedication, perseverance, and the way laughter can illuminate life's journey. Its rediscovery enriches cultural history, ensuring that Red Skelton's genius continues to inspire. Even decades after his death, his humor remains potent, his insight timeless, and his ability to touch hearts undiminished. The special is proof that true artistry can transcend eras, remaining vibrant, meaningful, and unforgettable. Red Skelton's final television appearance, once thought lost forever, now stands as a beacon of comedy, humanity, and creative integrity. It reminds us that laughter, when rooted in empathy and intelligence, is eternal. And so the world finally witnessed Red Skelton's last laugh, a laugh filled with warmth, wisdom, and the extraordinary magic of a lifetime spent bringing joy to millions. It was, in every sense, worth the wait. Even after the initial airing, conversations about the special did not fade. Scholars and fans alike began dissecting every moment, analyzing Red's gestures, his timing, and the subtle layers of meaning embedded in even the simplest jokes. What appeared as pure slapstick was, in fact, a study in human behavior, a reflection of resilience, kindness, and vulnerability. Archival footage of Skelton during rehearsals revealed a man both meticulous and playful. He experimented endlessly with gestures and expressions, often repeating takes not because the jokes failed, but because he sought the perfect nuance to capture the essence of a character. One of the most compelling revelations from behind the scenes was Red's insistence on authenticity. He often reminded his crew that comedy must be grounded in truth. Without it, laughter would feel hollow. This philosophy was evident throughout the final special, where every sketch, even the most absurd, contained a kernel of genuine emotion. Family members recalled watching him prepare for each sketch with unwavering focus. Though jovial on camera, he was serious and deliberate off-screen, treating every prop, line, and movement with reverence. His daughter once described him as a man who lived comedy as deeply as he lived life. In addition to physical comedy, Red's vocal performances in the special were remarkable. He modulated tone, pitch, and cadence to convey meaning beyond words, creating layers of humor that could be understood by audiences of all ages. This mastery of vocal subtlety was a hallmark of his career, now captured in crystal clarity through modern restoration. The rediscovery of the special also sparked renewed interest in Skelton's influence on later comedians. Names like Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, and Bill Murray were frequently mentioned as artists who, knowingly or unknowingly, drew inspiration from Skelton's blend of physicality, timing, and emotional depth. Critics noted that the special's pacing was deliberate, allowing viewers to savor each moment. In a contemporary television landscape dominated by rapid-fire edits and sensationalist humor, Skelton's work offered a refreshing counterpoint, a slow, intentional unfolding of comedy that rewarded attention and empathy. Audience reactions highlighted another timeless aspect of Red's craft: inclusivity. He crafted sketches that could be enjoyed by multiple generations simultaneously. Children laughed at the pratfalls, while adults appreciated the subtle satire and nuanced emotion embedded in each scene. Some of the rediscovered sketches tackled social themes with surprising subtlety. A vignette depicting a struggling street musician and his interactions with passers-by illustrated compassion and resilience, evoking laughter, empathy, and reflection in equal measure. For historians, the special was a treasure trove. Beyond entertainment, it offered insight into television production practices of the 1970s, showcasing camera techniques, set designs, and live audience dynamics that were often overlooked in academic studies. Interviews conducted decades later with surviving crew members revealed that Red had meticulously annotated scripts, offering direction not only for his co-performers, but also for camera operators, lighting technicians, and editors. Every element of the production, he believed, contributed to the audience's emotional experience. The airing also revived interest in the concept of lost media. Fans of television history began searching archives, speculating what other treasures might be waiting to be rediscovered. Skelton's special became a case study in the value of preservation and the cultural cost of shelving creative works indefinitely. In the months following the broadcast, the special inspired a new wave of documentaries, retrospectives, and interviews. Television networks aired hour-long specials examining Red's life and career, often using restored clips to demonstrate his versatility and impact. Academics studying the special emphasized the way Red integrated physical comedy with emotional resonance. Unlike many modern performers who rely on shock or fast edits, Skelton's humor invited audiences to slow down, reflect, and connect with the characters on a human level. Fans who had never experienced live performances were particularly captivated. Letters poured in, social media threads filled with screenshots and reflections, and forums buzzed with discussions about favorite sketches, memorable lines, and personal anecdotes about growing up with Skelton on television. One sketch, in particular, gained iconic status post-broadcast. Freddie the Freeloader navigating a crowded train station while simultaneously interacting with multiple minor characters. The timing, pacing, and subtle improvisation showcased the depth of Skelton's comedic genius. Red's philosophy about humor extended beyond the screen. He often spoke about laughter as a form of healing, a way to bridge divides and ease the burdens of daily life. The final special embodied this philosophy, combining levity with empathy in a manner rarely achieved on television. Critics noted that the special also revealed Red's ability to innovate within tradition. While rooted in classic forms of comedy, he adapted sketches with modern sensibilities, blending nostalgia with fresh interpretations that appealed to contemporary audiences. Interviews with cast members highlighted the collaborative nature of Skelton's work. Though he was the central figure, he encouraged co-performers to experiment, offering guidance while giving them freedom to contribute creatively. This approach fostered an environment where humor could flourish organically. The rediscovered footage also allowed historians to appreciate Red's attention to detail in costume design. Each character's attire, props, and physical quirks were carefully chosen to enhance the comedic effect and to communicate personality instantly. Social media reactions demonstrated the cross-generational appeal of the special. Young viewers marveled at the timeless humor, while older audiences experienced a surge of nostalgia. Across platforms, discussions highlighted the emotional range and technical sophistication of Skelton's performance. Several universities began incorporating clips from the special into media studies curricula. Students analyzed his use of silence, timing, and physicality, gaining insight into techniques that remain relevant for performers, filmmakers, and content creators today. The special's rediscovery also prompted conversations about the ephemeral nature of fame. Red Skelton, despite decades of influence, had nearly been forgotten by a generation unaware of his contributions. The unveiling served as a reminder that cultural memory is fragile, and the preservation of media is vital. Behind the scenes, family members expressed gratitude for the careful restoration process. They emphasized that the special honored Red's vision, preserving his work with fidelity and respect for future audiences. Red's monologues, interwoven with comedic sketches, became a highlight for many viewers. They revealed a reflective, philosophical side of the performer, showing his understanding of life's absurdities, joys, and challenges. The special also emphasized Red's commitment to uplifting audiences. Even when addressing difficult or poignant topics, he maintained a gentle, compassionate tone, demonstrating that humor could be profound and humanizing simultaneously. Critics pointed out that the special offered lessons about pacing, narrative structure, and audience engagement that remain relevant to modern entertainment, even in an era dominated by digital content and rapid-fire humor. The restored special sparked renewed appreciation for the broader history of variety television. Scholars and enthusiasts traced influences from Skelton to later performers, highlighting the ways his timing, physicality, and character work shaped the evolution of televised comedy. Interviews with surviving collaborators revealed that Red often viewed humor as a bridge between generations. He believed that laughter could create shared experiences, fostering understanding and connection across ages and backgrounds. Fans across the globe shared personal stories of how Skelton's performances shaped their childhoods. Many recalled family rituals centered around watching his shows, noting how laughter brought their households together in moments of joy and warmth. Some of the most memorable sketches from the final special involved improvisational exchanges with co-performers. Skelton's ability to respond spontaneously while maintaining the integrity of the scene demonstrated his mastery of both preparation and flexibility. Historians highlighted the social and cultural significance of the rediscovered special. It captured the essence of an era, showcasing not only comedy, but also the values, norms, and aesthetics of 1970s American television. In reflecting on the special, critics consistently noted Red's balance of humor and empathy. He crafted sketches that entertained without belittling, that elicited laughter while honoring the human experience. The airing also inspired a wave of fan recreations and tributes. Community theaters staged adaptations of sketches, while online platforms featured reenactments, demonstrating the enduring vitality of Skelton's work. The special's release has rekindled debates about the role of network executives in shaping creative content. Many argue that decisions to shelve works like this one deprived audiences of cultural treasures and underscored the tension between commerce and artistry. For students of comedy, the special has become a masterclass in timing, character development, and audience connection. It illustrates how subtle gestures, voice modulation, and precise pacing can create rich, layered humor. Red Skelton's influence is evident in the performance styles of contemporary comedians who blend physicality with emotional resonance. Observing the special, one sees echoes of his techniques in modern sketches, stand-up routines, and television series. The special also demonstrates the enduring power of nostalgia when combined with universal themes. By revisiting familiar characters and scenarios, Skelton created humor that resonated across time, appealing to both longtime fans and new audiences. As cultural commentators note, the rediscovery of this final special challenges assumptions about the past. It reminds us that history is never fully written, and that treasures may lie hidden, awaiting the moment they can illuminate the present. Red Skelton's work continues to inspire, reminding viewers that laughter is not merely entertainment, it is a form of connection, a medium through which humanity can be celebrated, explored, and understood. Even decades later, the humor feels alive, the performances vibrant, and the messages timeless. The special serves as a bridge between generations, allowing audiences to experience the depth and artistry of a master comedian long after his passing. The final sketches, carefully restored and aired, encapsulate the essence of Red Skelton: warmth, empathy, and an unwavering commitment to making the world a little lighter through laughter. Audiences leave with more than chuckles. They take with them the knowledge that comedy can be thoughtful, artful, and deeply human. Red Skelton's final special, once lost, now fulfills its purpose: to entertain, inspire, and endure. In revisiting this hidden gem, viewers gain insight into the mind of a performer who never sought fame for its own sake, but rather to illuminate the human experience with humor, heart, and insight. The legacy of Red Skelton's lost special is more than a rediscovery of footage. It is a reminder of what television can achieve at its best: laughter intertwined with humanity, comedy that bridges generations, and artistry preserved through care and dedication. And so, as the credits roll and audiences reflect on the special, the world acknowledges a truth long overdue. Red Skelton's genius transcends time. His laughter continues to echo, and his final television performance, once hidden, now secures his place among the timeless icons of comedy.